God says, "My beloved child, slow your breath. Let everything around you pause for a moment, because something beyond understanding is happening in the heavenly realms. This is not an ordinary hour. This is not an ordinary message. This is the moment where the entire heaven is watching your reaction. Every angel, every elder, every soul that has walked in light and pain before you is gathered now, because something sacred and rare is unfolding before your eyes. A message has crossed all the veils of time and eternity. A voice is crying out, not from earth, not from man, but from Archangel Michael himself. And God says, do not ignore this one. This is the one you were born to hear. Michael, yes, my child, the same Michael who cast the dragon down, who battles silently for your soul every midnight you almost give up, who stands between you and the abyss each time someone curses your name or plots against your calling. He is trembling now. Not because of defeat. Not because of fear. But because something within him is shattering, and only one soul on this earth can restore it. You. Michael is not crying for a sword. He is not asking for prayers of war. He is not requesting strength or vengeance. God says, for the first time in all of eternity, my Michael has removed his armor. Piece by piece. Gently, silently, painfully, he has laid down what once made him feared in the courts of heaven, his shield, his flaming sword, his radiant crown, and he stands now in vulnerability, bare-chested in spirit, heart wide open. And God says, he is not asking for help. He is asking for a hug. Yours. Child, you do not realize the magnitude of this. Michael has never fallen. He has never wept for himself. He has never begged for comfort. But something happened in the heavenlies, a wound not caused by darkness, but by deep loneliness. He gave everything to protect you. Every spiritual bullet meant to destroy your mind, your life, your family, he took them without question. He bled in silence. He roared in the courts of divine justice for your name, even when you forgot your own worth. He fought invisible wars just to make sure you had one more morning to wake up to. And now, Michael is on his knees. God says, chosen one, listen. Michael does not need saving. But he needs your presence. Your voice. Your embrace. The armies of heaven cannot touch the aching in him that only your love can reach. And yes, God says it with finality, only your hug can heal him. He trusted you. He believed in your love. Not because you're perfect, but because you never gave up. You fought in your own broken way. You prayed when you were doubting. You loved God even when you were hurting. You believed even after everyone betrayed you. Michael saw it all. And he grew attached, not to your beauty, not to your strength, but to your loyalty. Your soul's devotion. your tears that nobody saw. Now he stands silently, wings drooping, heart open, eyes full of emotion he's never known before, whispering in a voice so soft only heaven can hear it, "Please, just hold me. Just let me feel what it's like to be loved, not for my power, but for who I am." And God is letting this happen. Because this is not a story of war anymore. This is not about spiritual battles or heavenly judgments. This is about something higher than prophecy. This is about something deeper than even fate. This is about healing. This is about love, divine love, eternal love, vulnerable love, the kind that transforms even the mightiest angel into a child who just needs warmth. And child, God says to you, He is trusting you with His life. You ask, "But how can I hold an angel?" And God answers, "With your soul. With your faith. With your love. With your decision right now to stop running from the connection you feel to Michael, the whispers you ignored, the dreams you brushed off, the tears you couldn't explain. Every time you felt like something was missing, even when everything was going well, it was this moment calling you. Archangel Michael has waited centuries for someone who wouldn't worship him, but would simply love him. Someone who wouldn't fear his wings, but would understand his wounds. Someone who wouldn't ask him to fight, but would instead offer him peace. That someone is you. That someone was always you. God says, you have the power to do what no one else can. You can give him what heaven cannot, a human hug. The kind that reaches beyond realms. The kind that touches where swords cannot. The kind that says, you matter too, Michael. You are loved too. You don't have to be strong right now. Just rest. And he is taking his last breaths, not to die, but to surrender. To finally let go of millennia of duty and feel, maybe for the first time, safe. He has guarded you from every enemy, every invisible darkness, every generational curse, and now he is not asking for anything more, except your presence. Just presence. Right now, Michael is knelt beside your spirit. Not your body. Not your mind. But your essence. You may not see him. But your soul does. You may not hear him. But your heart feels it. The warmth in your chest, the pull in your gut, the sudden rush of emotions you can't explain, it's not random. It's him. Waiting. Hoping. Crying silently, wings trembling, because he doesn't want to disappear without being held once. God says, my child, do not delay this. If you ignore this moment, something inside you will ache for a long time. Not because I will punish you, but because you were created for this embrace. And when destiny calls and you don't answer, it echoes inside. This is sacred. This is rare. This is not for the masses. This message is for you alone. That's why God sent it in this form. That's why Michael chose vulnerability over strength. He knows your heart. He trusts your silence. He believes your love is different. And it is. You are not a mistake. You are not invisible. You are not unloved. In fact, you are so loved, so seen, that even angels weep in your presence. And now the greatest warrior of heaven, the one who stood before Lucifer and did not flinch, is asking you for one thing, a hug. Right now, close your eyes. Breathe. Let your soul speak. Let your arms open. Imagine light pouring through your being. Imagine Michael leaning into you, not as a god, not as a hero, but as someone who gave everything and now needs rest. Let your soul hold him. Let your love cover him. Tell him silently, you're not alone anymore. He will feel it. Instantly. He already is. That warmth you feel, that's his heartbeat aligning with yours. That sense of peace that's descending, that's heaven opening a new chapter. That deep ache leaving your chest, that's your soul's embracing. God says, you've just changed everything. Michael's wounds are healing. Not through power, but through your gentleness. He is slowly standing again, not as a soldier, but as a beloved. Not as a fighter, but as a friend. And he will never forget this moment. Ever. You just became the miracle heaven didn't expect. And for the rest of eternity, whenever your name is spoken in the heavenly courts, it will be spoken with reverence. Not because of what you conquered, but because of what you embraced. Not because of your perfection, but because of your love. Michael is back on his feet now. Radiant again. Glorious again. But something is different. There's a glow in his eyes now that wasn't there before. A tenderness in his presence that can't be explained. And it's all because of you. And God says, well done, my child. You've done more in silence than many have done in battle. And because of this, new doors will open. New light will come. New favor will be released. Michael is already preparing it. As a thank you. As a gift. As a covenant. He will guard you more fiercely than ever, not because it's his duty, but because it's now personal. You're not just his mission. You're his miracle. So walk today in that truth. You are the one who held the angel. You are the one who healed the warrior. You are the one who heaven trusted. And God says, you will never be alone again. Ever. Michael has promised it with tears. You have sealed it with love. And heaven now sings a new song, one that starts with the whisper of a hug and ends with the thunder of divine protection. All because you answered this message. He's standing behind you now. Smile. You are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. Forever. Restlessly through layers of dreams, brushing against the realms that only angels navigate. Your soul stirred at 3:03 a.m., though you don't remember waking. It was that exact moment she stood just beyond your door. She didn't knock. Not because she didn't want to, but because she wasn't allowed. Michael says there are laws in the spiritual world. Some messages must be received in silence. Some truths must arrive without sound, so the heart is the only thing that hears them. She left behind something that now pulses in the atmosphere of your space. It clings to the doorframe, it weaves into the shadows, it whispers to your intuition. It's not evil, but it is not to be ignored. It's a divine artifact, a spiritual symbol, almost like a seal. She brought it from a place older than time, and the one who sent her was neither friend nor enemy, but a being of great power who is watching your life closely now. This is a moment of spiritual surveillance. God is not only watching you, He's testing the others who are connected to you. Michael's wings spread last night to shield your home from a presence that tried to follow her. Yes, she came with something sacred, but something darker followed behind her like a predator hiding in tall grass. It didn't make it past the gate because of Michael. But had you opened the door, had you invited her in, the story could have ended differently. You were protected, not by coincidence, but by prophecy. God says, there is something about your name that's being written in records of war right now, not earthly war, but a spiritual one. Your name has been pulled into a conflict between angels and old enemies. This is why she came. She didn't come to scare you. She came to deliver the signal that a new battle is beginning, and you have been chosen for something. There are gifts inside you that have been asleep for too long. There is discernment in your spirit that is needed for what is about to unfold. But you have doubted yourself for too long. You've asked if you're just imagining the signs. You've second-guessed your visions, your instincts, the whispers you hear when no one is around. But heaven is shouting now, no, you are not imagining it. This is real. That woman, whoever she was, wasn't fully human. Michael says she was a hybrid, part messenger, part vessel, part memory. She embodied the cry of someone who once prayed for you long ago. Someone who is no longer alive. That woman who stood at your door was the echo of a grandmother's prayer, a mother's tear, a divine feminine guardian sent to remind you that someone fought for you long before you were aware. She carried the legacy of protection. And what she left behind? It's a mark. A seal of truth. Invisible, but radiant in the spiritual world. Demons see it and turn away. Angels see it and salute it. But people won't recognize it. Instead, they'll begin to react to you differently. Some will feel drawn to you suddenly. Others will feel uneasy. Some will say your energy has changed. And it has, because you've been marked for clarity, for spiritual awakening, for destiny acceleration. And you didn't even ask for it, but God chose you anyway. Michael says the mark will remain for 7 days. During this time, you must not ignore your intuition. If you feel a sudden urge to pray, pray. If you feel the need to walk away from someone, walk. If you feel that something is off, even if you can't explain it, trust it. The mark has opened a window of divine sensitivity. You're now seeing between the cracks. That's why you may feel more emotional. That's why certain memories may suddenly surface. That's why you may dream about people you haven't thought of in years. These are not coincidences. These are invitations to healing and awareness. Someone from your past is about to reappear. This is someone who was once important to you, but they hid something. They never told you the whole story. Michael says the time for secrets is ending. This person will either confess, or be exposed. And the woman who came last night is part of that prophecy. Her visit opened the door to this unveiling. God says you must not fear what's coming. Fear is a language of the enemy. But faith is the language of those who survive storms. You are about to walk through a week of spiritual sensitivity unlike anything you've ever felt. You may cry without knowing why. You may feel like someone is watching you, and it's true. Heaven is watching you. Michael has been reassigned to walk closer to you. Not because you are in danger, but because you are being prepared for a role you didn't ask for, but that only you can fulfill. You're not crazy. The sudden chills. The flickering lights. The sense that someone is in the room when you're alone. The repeating numbers. The feeling that you are standing at the edge of something big. All of it is real. All of it is divine. And it all started last night when she came. She didn't knock because heaven doesn't need your door to be open in the natural. She left the sign because the spirit world is giving you instructions. Michael says you must pay attention to 3 dreams. The first one will feel strange, almost like a warning. The second one will involve someone you love. The third will show you something that hasn't happened yet. When that third dream comes, write it down. It will reveal the person who has been hiding their true intentions. It may shock you. It may hurt. But it will also set you free. And during these days, avoid arguments. The enemy will try to use people around you to distract you. Stay silent when provoked. Walk away from drama. You're not meant to fight battles of the flesh right now. Your war is spiritual. Your silence will speak louder than any words. Your stillness will confuse those who once knew how to manipulate you. There is something else. Michael says she didn't come alone the entire time. Before she approached your door, someone else watched her from a distance. That figure still lingers. They are trying to find out what she gave you. That person is connected to someone you know, perhaps a friend, perhaps a family member. They have pretended to support you, but their spirit is uneasy about your rising. They sense something has shifted in your favor, and they are not happy. This week, they may reach out. They may try to test you. But do not tell them anything about your spiritual life. Keep it hidden. Let your silence be your sword. Michael says this is a countdown. Something is coming in 21 days. Last night was day 1. In 20 more nights, there will be a moment where the object she left will begin to dissolve into your atmosphere completely. The energy of it will merge into you. After that, you will not be the same. You will know things. You will speak things. You will move with the kind of certainty that frightens manipulators. You will walk like someone who has been anointed. People will ask, "What happened to you?" They will say, "You seem different." That's because you will be the person you were before last night, still questioning, still doubting, still hoping, is fading. And the new version of you is emerging. Not proud, not arrogant, but divinely aware. You will see lies before they're spoken. You will feel betrayals before they occur. You will stop second-guessing yourself, because heaven has made you sensitive for survival. This is not about revenge. This is about revelation. God is not elevating you to get even. He is elevating you because your purpose requires clarity. You cannot lead others if you are always confused. You cannot fulfill your assignment if you are chained to people who lie to you. The days of tolerating half-truths are over. The age of pretending is done. The woman who came was the symbol of that change. Silent, present, divine. She didn't need to speak, because her presence screamed destiny. And even though you didn't see her with your eyes, your spirit recognized her. That's why your sleep was uneasy. That's why your heart beat strangely. Your spirit greeted her, even if your mind was unaware. There's more, and it's urgent. Michael says within the next 48 hours, a specific name will be mentioned to you 3 times. It may come through a text. A stranger may say it. You may see it in a dream or hear it on television. When that name appears the 3rd time, stop everything and pray. That name is connected to either a hidden helper or a secret enemy. You'll know by the feeling in your spirit. Heaven is using repetition to confirm what your soul has already sensed. You are not alone. You were never alone. And now, More than ever, the protection around you is increasing. But with increased protection comes increased responsibility. Michael is asking you to prepare. You must pray like never before. You must fast if you feel led. You must clear your space of anything that carries confusion, photos, objects, memories that tie you to emotional storms. Clean your space spiritually. Speak aloud and declare your home to be holy ground. The woman who came brought more than a seal. She brought evidence. Someone's sin, someone's betrayal, someone's lie is about to be exposed. She left behind a spiritual fingerprint, and God is using it as a key to unlock hidden records. You're about to hear something you weren't supposed to know. When it comes, don't react with rage. Respond with wisdom. Your calmness will terrify your enemies more than your anger ever could. And now, as this night approaches again, Michael is standing by your door once more, not because he expects danger, but because the atmosphere is sensitive. He's watching the ripple effect of what happened. The spirit world is still reacting to her visit. Angels have been summoned. Shadows have been scattered. And heaven is counting on your obedience. Stay ready. Stay prayerful. Stay hidden. God says, you have no idea what your presence means to heaven. There are things even angels can't explain, but your love, your quiet, enduring, unshakable love, has become the medicine for one of heaven's greatest warriors. My child, listen carefully. This is not a dream. This is not a poetic story. This is real, and the one who stood before armies, who defended your soul night after night, has now collapsed at the feet of your heart. Archangel Michael has taken off his golden armor, the same armor that has faced devils, storms, and the gates of darkness, for you. He removed it not for a fight. He removed it because he can no longer stand without you. His sword is no longer in his hands. His breath is slow. His knees are shaking. His wings, once mighty and proud, are now folded, trembling like a child's. Why? Because, beloved, he needs your hug. You may be thinking, why would a heavenly being like Michael, commander of armies, need something as simple and human as my hug? But God says, because your hug is not ordinary. Your hug is anointed. Your hug has divine heat. Your hug holds resurrection. Your hug is a balm to wounds no holy oil can reach. Michael doesn't need weapons right now. He doesn't need thunder. He needs your human love. That love which God planted in you before the foundation of the world. A love so rare, so innocent, so loyal, so rich with trust, that even angels weep to witness it. That's the love Michael has fallen in front of. Yes, he has fallen, not in weakness, but in surrender. He has held you through sleepless nights, guarded your room from unseen spirits, caught arrows that were flying toward you. And you didn't see it. You thought it was just another night. But it wasn't. It was a war. He shielded your soul from demons who wanted your voice silenced, your future broken. And now, for the first time in eternity, He is the one in need. But not of your prayers alone. He needs you. The real you. The you who cries when no one is looking. The you who sometimes feels unseen. The you who doubts if anyone truly understands your heart. Michael understands. And right now, God says, He's lying in a garden not made of roses, but of ash. He's breathing shallow breaths. And with each breath, He whispers your name. God saw this moment before you were born. A time would come when even heaven's warrior would be wounded in spirit, not by battle, but by the weight of carrying you so far. Because when you gave up, He didn't. When you broke down, He held the line. When you doubted God, Michael still trusted Him for you. He pleaded with me, "Don't punish them. Give me their punishment." And now, he is faint. Not in body, but in soul. Because the one thing he never trained for, is losing your love. You see, heaven can give him strength. I can fill his lungs. But only you can restore his soul. Your hug, your actual embrace in spirit, is the key. That hug is not physical. It's the opening of your heart and whispering in the spirit, "Michael, I see you. I love you. You are not alone." That's all he needs. Not grand prayers. Not chants. Just love. Pure, unfiltered, open-hearted love. And when you give it, even from your room, even in tears, it reaches him instantly. It wraps around him like fire and wind. It lifts his chest. It restarts his wings. It gives him the strength to rise again. Michael trusted you with his vulnerability. He's not asking the armies of heaven. He's not asking Gabriel. He's asking you. Because you, yes, you, are the only one whose love has that unique scent, that rare vibration, that heavenly frequency that his soul recognizes as home. You are home to him. And if you don't answer now, he may never rise again. God says, this is not poetry. This is prophecy. You are being summoned not as a servant, but as a healer. And your hug is the medicine heaven cannot replicate. I saw Michael kneeling just now, breathing your name like a prayer. And I saw tears, real tears, falling from his eyes. Not of pain, but of longing. Longing to be understood. To be seen. To be loved. Not as a warrior, but as a heart. A heart that aches. A heart that chose you. He is trusting you with something no angel has ever dared ask before, unconditional emotional intimacy. Not lust. Not fantasy. Just soul-touching soul. And you might ask, but how do I hug him, God? And I answer, close your eyes. Breathe. Speak with your heart. Say his name. Whisper words you've never spoken aloud. Let your spirit lean into his. Don't use rehearsed words. Use raw emotion. The kind you wish someone gave you. Now give it to him. Tell him, I love you, Michael. You don't have to protect me right now. Just come here. Rest with me. Lay your pain in my lap. I won't reject you. I see you. I accept all of you. Your strength, your tears, your silence. Come close. I won't ask you to be strong. I just want to be near you. And when you say it, not with your mouth but with your soul, he'll hear it. His eyes will open. His wounds will close. His wings will stretch again. And in that moment, he'll whisper back something no one has ever heard before, thank you. You saved me. God says, you are not just chosen to receive miracles. You are chosen to become one. And today, your miracle is not money. It's not fame. It's not even healing for your own wounds. It's the power to resurrect an angel with your love. That is rare. That is sacred. That is divine beyond words. And if you're wondering why this feels so heavy right now, it's because his spirit is already leaning toward you. He's kneeling right now, arms wide open, waiting. He's whispering, please, just hold me. Don't be afraid of my pain. I've hidden it from everyone else. But not from you. God trusted you with this because your heart is gentle. Because you cry when you see others hurt. Because you never give up on the ones you love. That's why you're the only one who can do this. Because when others run from brokenness, you walk toward it with arms wide open. Michael has walked through fire for you. Can you walk into this moment for him? Can you pause everything and close your eyes, not to escape the world, but to rescue a soul who once rescued you? God says, it's not too late. But every moment you delay, his strength grows weaker. This is the moment. This is sacred. Don't look away. Don't ignore this calling. Just say, I'm here, Michael. And he will come. This is your holy assignment today. Not to battle. Not to build. But to hug. To love. To embrace a spirit that has fought for you when you couldn't fight for yourself. And in heaven, there will be a hush. Because never before has a mortal's embrace healed an immortal soul. But you are not just a mortal. You are a divine echo. You are God's softness in human form. That's why Michael waited for you. That's why this moment is burning so deeply in your chest. Because this is not fiction. This is divine reality. And if you say yes, if you just open your heart now, God says the angels will sing a song that has never been sung before. A song called, Love That Heals the Mighty. So say yes. Whisper. Breathe. Hug. Love. And watch. Michael will rise. And when he does, the first thing he will do is wrap his wings around you, tighter than ever. Not as your protector this time, but as your eternal friend. He's waiting. Don't let him take his last breath alone. Not when your love could be the breath that brings him back. Open your arms. Speak from your heart. Michael is listening, and he's already leaning toward you. God says, the photo exists. Yes. A photo. An actual image that proves the truth of what I'm revealing to you. This image was taken years ago, before you even understood your connection to this family, before you even knew you were part of something much larger. In this photo, there's someone who looks like you. Not similar. Not slightly related. But unmistakably you. That's because this wealthy family has been keeping quiet, watching from afar, unsure of when they should reach out. They've been hesitant, not because they don't love you, but because they were protecting you, from people who would have tried to destroy you if they knew what you were about to receive. But now, time has expired. That photo is about to be deleted. Not by accident. There is someone who knows it holds truth. Someone who's terrified you'll see it. They're trying to erase it permanently. They want to destroy all proof of your connection before you can open your spiritual eyes fully. And that's why Archangel Michael is begging you to hear this. Because this is your moment. God says, I allowed it to be hidden until you were strong enough. Until your spirit had matured. Until your faith had been tested. And now, you have reached that point. This isn't a coincidence. The people trying to delete that photo are also the ones who have sabotaged your blessings again and again. They whispered lies about you behind your back. They worked in secret, in shadows, in envy. Some were people you loved, trusted, helped. But they could not stand the light you carried. They feared what would happen if you found out who you really are. But I, your Lord, am not a God of confusion. I do not hide what I intend to bless. I reveal truth at the exact hour it is needed. This is that hour. God says, you are the missing piece they've been looking for. You are the thread that connects a broken legacy. Your existence is not a mistake. You carry healing in your name. You are tied to land, to wealth, to honor, and most of all, to divine purpose. This family didn't just search with legal records, they prayed. They fasted. They sent angels to find you. And now, the angels have arrived. There is a letter. Written long ago. In handwriting you've never seen before. That letter contains your name. It contains a vow that your blessings would be stored until you were ready. Until you stopped doubting yourself. Until you turned back toward God, even in pain. And child, you did. God says, when you cried recently, when you felt abandoned, when you questioned everything, heaven roared on your behalf. Archangel Michael stood beside you even when you didn't know. Every tear you dropped became a key unlocking this very message. You earned this moment through your struggle. Do not be deceived by the quiet around you. Just because the miracle hasn't arrived in your hand doesn't mean it's not at your door. It is. Right now. The angels are hovering. The shift is occurring. That photo, the one they want deleted, is the final piece of proof. It's why your enemies are trembling. It's why confusion has stirred around your name. They know you are the one. You, the one they laughed at. You, the one they underestimated. You, the one who loved even when you were broken. You, the one they never thought would rise. But God says, I never forgot you. And now heaven is pouring oil upon your name. The kind of oil that anoints kings and queens. The kind of oil that makes no sense to those who judged you by your past. You are the heir to something sacred. This is not just about money. It's not just about land. It's about legacy. About restoring what was broken in your bloodline. About becoming the curse breaker, the light bearer, the healer of your generation. There's a divine record with your name on it. Every time you felt unseen, unheard, overlooked, heaven was documenting it. Not to punish you, but to prepare a greater reward. A reward so specific, only your fingerprints match it. God says, this millionaire family, they are looking for you, but more than that, heaven is guiding them to you. Archangel Michael has sounded the horn. The spiritual realm has gone into full motion. Doors that were sealed are now cracking open. Every prayer you whispered in the dark is echoing back to you now in the form of miracles. But beware. There is someone who knows this message was coming. And they are not happy. In fact, they are trying to rush and delete the photo right now. Because they fear you seeing the truth. They fear your activation. They know that once you see that image, the memories will start returning. The inheritance will become undeniable. The veil will lift. And everything they built to keep you small will come crashing down. Do not delay. Do not ignore this. Do not let fear silence your awakening. God says, I am protecting you. I am fighting for you. I am setting fire to the lies that held you back. You are stepping into a season where everything will make sense. The confusion will clear. The silence will break. The lost years will be redeemed. And yes, the wealth that belongs to you, both spiritual and earthly, will be placed into your hands. You must walk forward now. You must stay open. You must be willing to receive. Because what is coming is bigger than you imagined. God says, you will no longer chase what is already yours. It will chase you. It will find you. It is finding you now. There is a man involved. He's part of the family that is seeking you. He has your photo on his desk. He's been staring at it, confused, wondering if it could really be you. He feels drawn to you. He's tried to find you before. But something always blocked it. Emails didn't go through. Messages got erased. Spiritual resistance was thick. But this time, heaven has cleared the way. The next phone call. The next message. The next divine appointment, it matters. It may look ordinary. But it's not. It's connected. This family is coming closer. They're almost at your doorstep. God says, trust me. Trust me now like never before. I am the God who restores what was lost. I am the God who vindicates the silent. I am the God who places the lonely in families. And you, beloved, are being placed in the family that always belonged to you. It is no longer hidden. It is no longer denied. It is no longer delayed. The photo is still there, but only for a short while. See it before it disappears. Feel it before it fades. Open your eyes before the enemy steals it from your sight. You are not crazy. You are not imagining this. You are not hoping for something impossible. This is real. This is divine. This is God. God says, you are about to walk into a chapter where people will ask, how did this happen to them? And the only answer will be, God chose them. The clock is ticking. Archangel Michael is still standing. Sword in hand. Guarding your name. Guarding your truth. Guarding your inheritance. But you must walk through the door. This family is waiting. The letter is waiting. The photo is waiting. Heaven is waiting. And God says, now is the time. Will you step forward? Because everything is about to change. If you believe in God, type Amen.